Good everyone, my name is Video, and today we have a stub request by TheLonious for the A6M6C. Sorry if I sound a bit under the weather or like I'm not speaking straight. I've got a very annoying mouth also under the tip of my tongue, and it's really painful right now. So the A6M6C was not his original request, but I just can't seem to get games in the what was it? The Israeli clip wings bit. I don't even know why he asked for that, but you know. I just couldn't get games in it for some weird reason, and yet he's seen other people getting games in it, even though I tried every server, sat for around 10, 15 minutes each time I tried to record it. Very strange, and I'm really not sure why. But he's changed his request now to the A6M6C, which is now rank 4, battle rating 5. Now, of course, I will be re-reviewing a lot of the prelims in the Japanese tree that went up to rank 4, because as you can see, there's been quite a change. We've had the Kai 61, we've had the Focke-Wulf, we've had the A7M1, and we have the A6M5 Co. The Co will probably be done last, to be honest, because obviously you can't really buy this thing anymore, but obviously they'll bring it back, but which is why I'm going to do it anyway. We haven't really featured the A6M6C, and I kind of like this thing. It's not your traditional Zero, because obviously it is a bit fatter than normal, but you can still catch a lot of people off guard, because at the end of the day, it's still a Zero. Like, yeah, it's not going to be everything now. It does struggle against some Spitfires because of its weight, but it can still kick a lot of ass. So what makes this Zero different from the other Zeros, like the A6M5 Co? Well, for a start, a lot more armor plating. We actually have some protection. Not like it's going to be much. Like the Co, we do have self or fire extinguishers in the fuel tank, so if we get set on fire, we can potentially put it out. Obviously, it's not controlled by us as the player, but there is that possibility. Additionally, we also have an upgrade to the armament. Obviously, if you've played the A6M5 high in the tech tree, you already know this. But for those that don't, we have two 20mm Type 99 Model 2s with 125 rounds each, so you have basically the A6M5 Otsu's cannon load, so to speak. And then we have three 13.2 Type 3 machine guns. These are insanely good. You have 240 rounds in the wings and 230 up in the engine nacelle. You'll notice there's no gun in the left-hand side of the nacelle. That's because they wanted to fit 13 and a 7.7 wouldn't really fit. Well, I mean, it would, but they wanted to... Well, this has a slightly different engine to the other Zeros, which we'll go over shortly. So this is the 31A. So this is a tiny bit different. It's not hugely different, but we only get around 8 to 9 minutes of web, so we have to be very careful of that. So in other words, we're not going to be doing the traditional Zero maneuver and weapon the hell out of this thing, getting it to like 6k in a matter of minutes. And even then, this thing's climb rate is kind of subpar for a Zero. But you can kind of thank the weight for that. But I suppose it could be worse. And of course, traditionally, belts is universal, because, well, uni's the best. For the 13.2s, there's really no bad option, but I prefer ground. And we do have a couple of bombs and rockets if we need to. These rockets are quite funny to use against planes. Believe me, they are. And then, of course, you have 60kg bomb and a 250, which I don't think we'll be using, but you know. But yeah, this is not a bad plane. It's probably like 4th out of all the battle passes we've had so far in terms of its capability. It's kind of jack of all trades, but it does trade a lot of things that a traditional Zero would have. But that's not going to stop me from doing my old Zero trick. Anyway, let's get in and let's get cracking, and hopefully I can get a bloody match in this thing. Like I said, I just was not getting matches, and I really am confused as to why. And I even, showed, I even showed someone who I play a different game with. I was like, I don't know why this is happening, and she was just like, well, this is interesting. You'd think there's a problem with the server or something? I'm like, I've got no idea. But oh well. Anyway, I'll see you all in the first game. And about 10 seconds later, we get a ancient map. We get Saipan. I've missed this map. I do still get to, play on this map every so often now. But, you know. Now let's see if the old... I'm going to wait to spawn, because I swear there was an old method we could use. once the team starts spawning in, I don't think it's going to work. No, let's just spawn in on the carrier. Oh, never mind. There we go. That's what I was waiting to do. It was either that or like there's an optional air spawn that you can take. I was going to take that. But if a carrier is too full, because Gaijin doesn't know how to make spawns properly, if a carrier is too full, you get an air spawn if you take carrier fleet. So I kind of benefited either way. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading over to the A point, because this is traditionally where all the allied mains and their ground pandas go and farm the tickets. So we're going to make our way over there. It's going to take a while, but I don't mind that. It's how I used to spade a lot of my Japanese aircraft back in the day. Because, like I said, the American teams on these maps are really ass. So I used to just go ahead and just farm up ground attackers and just chill. Like, this is going to be pretty open and closed in terms of the match. Unless we have some skilled players on the enemy team, which I want to be surprised. I'm not going to look. We've got a J2M3, which is pretty nice. So we are in a 5-7 game, but this thing can handle it. We've got 2 Co's. We've got an A6M3 Mod 22 Co. I think we've got this in the bag, but I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to go ahead and say, yeah, we do. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut us to near the A point, and I'll see you shortly. Well, welcome back. As you can tell, the entire enemy team's pretty much over here. We've not even got halfway to A yet, and the enemy team has just decided, you know what, let's bum rush and just hope for the best. And as you can tell, it's not working out in their favour, because Spitfires are turn fighting zeros again. There goes that Corsair. Now, the nice thing about these later zeros is they have very good dive in them. Oh my lord. Hello, Mr. Mark 5. See, if you get your guns on target, this thing just melts them. It's not even funny. Like I said, it's still a 0 heart, so don't go underestimating it. And we get rammed by a retard. Japanese teams. So desperate to steal your ship, they ram you. Well, see you in game 2. Well, after that first game, proving exactly why friendlies are enemies in blue, hopefully this one goes a little better. Never trust teammates. That's one thing I've learned over the years of gaming. Like, not just in War Thunder, but in general, like, come on. Those sorts of players just annoy me. Well, hopefully we get better. Well, we don't have to deal with him. Don't worry, I know the guy, and he's not in this game, thankfully, so that's a good sign. I'm getting too old for this, man. I really am. It is kind of sad, like, that... Where the hell did you come from? Is it just me or did that Tempest appear out of thin air? I'm going to have to go back and watch the footage. I swear he just appeared out of thin air. That's very weird. Probably proving how bad Gaijin servers are. I'm going to have to go back and check the footage after the match. We'll have to do videos done and all that jazz. Let's hope this one goes a little better and I don't get freaking rammed by a teammate who just really wants to take a kill. Because people do be like that these days. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But we're on a slightly smaller map, so we should be able to get in and sort ourselves out and everything. But hopefully we can actually put these guns to a bit more work. Now obviously there were a bit of sparking in the last game, which is to be expected. But you can just see how savage this thing is. Like, if you get it into a position where it can actually do stuff, it is very dangerous. It's just getting there, because obviously it does have lower performance and all that jazz. But hopefully we can, you know, we can actually do something this time. Anyway, I'll see you all in the match later on. I'll cut us ahead to when we actually get into the battle. See you shortly. Well, welcome back. As you can tell, our team is not doing too great, and there's a lot of low altitude stuff, so I'm going to go feast, and we should be fine in this regard. Unfortunately, this team has caught the American syndrome, but we should be fine. Nope, not happening, Mr. Bearcat. Perfect bait, thank you. Nope, you've got good elevator authority, that's all you've got going for you, buddy. Really? I knew German mains were dumb, but turn fighting a fucking zero? That's a new level of dumb. He's got boosted controls, so we're gonna watch that. Nice easy dodge. Yak 3U being a moron. Yeah, you can see why this team is practically dead already. Yep, there goes another one. God, we're dropping like a house of cards, guys. Come on. Alright, out of the two, I'm going to kill the 1 and 9 first. Well, I say kill. We're sparking. God, it's just a clusterfuck of planes right now. I'm losing track of everyone. You can see what I mean about the weight, though. In a normal zero, I would be on that guy's tail in half a second. But because of the weight, I just cannot get this thing to maneuver as effectively as a normal zero. But luckily, at the end of the day, we're still a zero, so just not a very good one. That being said, it is quite satisfying to actually reverse people with this thing. Okay, F4U, 190s. Looks like the enemy team's all here. It's just, you know, it's enemy teams and they're falling apart like a house of cards. I'm just going to get some distance because this is just getting ridiculous now. It's just all over the place. That's friendly. It's a friendly bot. Well, finally our teammate who's been sat on his ass in space has finally come over. Well, might as well go for some ground targets because our team has pretty much got this in the bag now. Makes a change. Like I say, these guns are pretty good overall, but like they do have sparking issues. I say that, and 13.2s don't kill a truck, but well, that's normal. Like I said, the problem is with this thing is like it's got good characteristics and everything. It's just, you know, you're stuck on teams that tend to know what they're doing for the most part. And matches are pretty short. I mean, this is 8 minutes, and most of that was climbing, and, well, the one knight is about to take a head-on with a freaking zero, and probably full commit, because it's a 190 player. And, yep, there we go. The Spitfire trying to kill the one knight is just TK'd the freaking zero. Well done. You know, some days I'm just getting too old for this. I really am. Deary me. Oh, finally you got him, honestly. I really don't, like, get how someone can be that freaking stupid, but, well, that's trigger happiness for you. But there you go. Nice, short, easy match. Nothing really to write home about. That's pretty much all I get in this thing. And that's kind of just how it is for this plane. There's no real sense of, like, you have amazing games 24/7. It is quite a relaxed plane to fly. But if you're the kind of person who wants to get stuck in and get your hands dirty, so to speak, you can, but don't expect many kills. Like, yeah, you can get high kill games, I'm not saying you can't, but generally, your matches are going to consist of around 2 to 3 kills, and yeah, you're just going to be mainly a support plane. This isn't a meta plane by any stretch of the imagination, but it does have some good characteristics. It's just the weight holds it back, the limited wep holds it a bit back, although we didn't have that problem. And just overall, the teams being rather consistent really do help this plane out, and it is an effective grinder, but why would you buy this over the A6M5 Co, which, yeah, the A6M5 Co has been removed from the shop, but you can just wait till that comes back, or just get the K61, which it's better than the 190 right now, because the 190 took a massive nerf, but still. Hopefully, we'll maybe see a change to the guns, because like I said, the 13s are very hit and miss on this plane at the minute, but hopefully we'll see that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's sub request, and I'll see you all on the next one.